mean, DeAndre Hopkins, now he's been traded to the Chiefs. Like, I know this is not the high-flying Chiefs, and it's not a great pass attack, but maybe Hopkins is the type of guy that they've just been missing, a guy that is so sure-handed that can win on any route. I think he can do exactly what – he's not quite as quick as Rashee Rice, not as dangerous after the catch by any means, but in terms of just getting open at the line of scrimmage and being that quick, 5-7 yards, I can break in and you hit me. He's going to probably rack those things up. So I know everyone's going to be all hyped up. I don't think you can probably buy low on DeAndre Hopkins, but I bet if you could buy him right now at like a wide receiver 30 price, I wouldn't be shocked if in 3 weeks from now we're looking at him like a top 15 wide receiver, just because he is that go-to chain mover that we thought Juju was going to be for a little bit after Rice went down. I could see Hopkins becoming that layup because Kelsey's clearing out the answer. That guy sucks. So yeah, I'm going DeAndre Hopkins is one other guy that I could see that didn't do much to start the year, but ultimately could be a monster down the stretch.
I might eat my words on this because I'm a tried and true and well-established DeAndre Hopkins stan, but I have a feeling that expectations are going to be higher for him than what he ends up delivering. It's just kind of a nagging sensation I have. People are going to get really high. Like right now in my league, it's like people are acting like this guy's going to be like top 5 wide receiver now. And it's like, have you seen, Mahomes has not been good this year. I don't think it's because he hasn't had DeAndre Hopkins on his team. I don't know. I think he'll be okay, but I think he'll probably be a little bit underwhelming. What do you think, Mo?
Well, we were going to talk about like rest of season rankings discrepancies later on in the show, but we can just have this conversation now.
I want to be here for this.
Yeah, I'm well behind Wolf on DeAndre Hopkins. Okay. He's got him at wide receiver 25 rest of season, and I've got him at wide receiver 32. I don't see it at all. We know that this is like a dink and dunk offense. Patrick Mahomes ranks dead last in average depth of target and dead last in deep throw rate this season. Is 32-year-old DeAndre Hopkins gonna attain the offensive philosophy of Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs? No. And I just think you're wrong, Wolf. Like, is he gonna run those quick in-breaking routes and like dominate the shallow part of the field? I don't remember, did he ever do that? Like, even in his prime?
Do you not remember with the Cardinals? Like, that he would have like 15 target days and he would just rack it up time and time again.
Highly vertical receiver. He's still like everything he's like successful at doing is downfield and like contested catch situations.
He's got really good hands.
His game is vertical. It's not in breaking quick little routes on the shallow part of the field. And yeah, he's going to have some days, but it's like, you're right. Like the expectations for people, like they think Chiefs, they think DeAndre Hopkins, like they're going to put those two together and just be way, like too high of expectations. I don't think this guy is anything more than a wide receiver 3. I don't see him playing that high volume role. Maybe it's the high volume role, but like he's the number 2 target earner behind Kelsey. But it's not like that quick hitting underneath stuff that leads to a bunch of just him racking up PPR points. It's going to be volatile. It's going to be high ceiling on the big plays. But like I said, I don't see him playing that role where he's doing all those in breaking routes. And I don't see 32-year-old DeAndre Hopkins fundamentally changing the Chiefs offense. It's just, I just don't see either of those things happening.
Yeah. I think we as fans just in general tend to get caught up in like oh man, do you remember how awesome DeAndre Hopkins was? And it's like, yeah, he was awesome. He might've been the best receiver in the NFL at some point, but like that was a long time ago and he's still a good receiver. But I think people are romanticizing this pair up a little bit too much. And it sounds like one of those people might be my good buddy, the Wolf.
Look, I have him at 25. I'm not sitting here. I've seen some people. I agree with you too. Like whoever has DeAndre Hopkins is telling themselves that narrative right now.
And telling everybody else that.
Top 10 DeAndre Hopkins. But I do think there is a world. Like I don't have Hopkins, and I still can see that world where Juju Smith-Schuster had 7 catches for 130 yards. Is he better than DeAndre Hopkins at in-breaking routes? No, like Juju Smith-Schuster is fat and sucks, and he was able to go in there and ultimately have these big days. It's just about finding soft, like having the veteran savvy of okay, I just have to sit and park here because this is a soft spot in the zone, and Mahomes is going to see me, and he's just going to release the ball. I don't even have to run a route. I just have to literally leak out here, and I know that this is going to be the open spot. I think it's going to be more of that mind meld type of thing where Hopkins has that veteran ability to just know where to go. Mahomes is going to have the ball there before he even know. Like, it's just going to be a beautiful connection. Again, if Juju can have that type of connection, I have no doubt that Hopkins, sure, past his prime, not that type of guy, but he has been an engine of an offense. It's not like everything he did on 15 target days with Kyler Murray were all just deep bombs. Like, he was an 11 catch guy multiple times over his career with just anywhere, but including most recently. Like, he can do that stuff, even if his career has been built on the contested catches and built on the deep vertical stuff. He is more than capable of playing those easy layup roles. I think it's going to be a much bigger smash than you guys think here.
Isn't that basically kind of what I'm saying and what Mo said, but just more eloquently when you're talking about, like, oh, Juju had this game where he, caught 7 passes or however many. Like, we think that Hopkins will probably have some games. I mean, was Juju really making it work great with Mahomes, or did he just have like a good game or two? I mean, I don't remember him popping off the page really.
It was that first game he came back. It's more so like the new design of the offense. Like, Rashee Rice was consistently getting hammered time and time again. And I'm not trying to compare this Hopkins to the Rashee Rice that we saw. They're completely different at this stage of their career. But like, they just put Juju right into that role. It is all about, like, Andy Reid is so good at getting these layers of the field and creating these pockets and finding, like, all you need to be is that one guy that's going to be the one that eats on all the space. It's no longer Kelsey. I do not buy that part. Kelsey's now the leader of this offense. Dude, what did he do last week with no Juju? 2 catches for like 30 yards again? He has sucked all year. He continues to suck. He's washed up. He's toast. He's huffing and puffing. The one game he got used more than like 5 times, he was on the sideline sucking wind. Kelsey is not the concern to me. It's just a matter of, like, I love Andy Reid. I know that he knows how to design an offense, and whoever ends up being that guy that's going to capitalize on these open pockets of space is going to have some really solid days here down the stretch. And I don't see why you would go and trade for DeAndre Hopkins if you didn't think he could do that for you. You just wait for Juju to get healthy, but Juju sucks. If Juju can put up 130 yards in his only game so far with the Chiefs, I think DeAndre Hopkins is more than capable of walking in here and having some smash games.
We'll see. I want him to be – well, it's like I want him to be successful, and I don't at the same time. I don't love the Chiefs winning every single game. Funny, like, it's like, hey, the Chiefs have 6 passing touchdowns. They suck. Oh, they're also undefeated. So I don't know what to make of it. It could work out. I lean more towards Mo than towards you on this. But it's not like I would be shocked, The
last time DeAndre Hopkins was a high-volume receiver, that was 2 MCL tears ago. And he's 32 years old now. So we'll see. We'll see.
He's got good hands, but, I mean, we'll see if he can get open.
What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.